Yes, we have news from the agriculture sector in the country. And it develops, this agriculture um, restoration plans for this catchment community in the western region. Now, ENI Ghana has put in place a livelihood restoration plan as part of the sustainability activities that are being carried out in the western region in conjunction with the OCTP integrated deepwater oil and gas project developed by ENI Ghana in a joint venture with Vitol and GNPC. Now, the LRP would benefit 205 households for a total of 1,412 people spread across Sanzule, Bakanta, Krizan, Yekwe, Anyenase, Isiama, Azuleluanu. Those, I think there's three or four more. Yeah, Azuleti, Baku, and Ampenu. We have an overall investment of over $4.2 million, United States dollars. Now, it is aimed at supporting households to restore their livelihoods to at least the level they had before the project began. The primary focus is to complement the compensation that has been paid by the project for lost assets and enable households to continue or replace forms of livelihoods or adopt new ways of gaining a livelihood. Now, the plan has been jointly designed with the interested households and includes activities in the areas of continuous cropping, livestock husbandry, aquaculture, and fishing. It also involves processing and training of agric methods. Now, the participants in the program chose one or two different economic options they wish to develop, and the LRP provided capacity building, direct investment, and also support for a duration of 3 years. Now, according to Miss Marilia Sioni, who is the regional external communication officer for ENI Ghana, she said that livestock keeping, livestock keeping was the option for a choice of 112 households, of which 38 chose piggery, 45 chose poultry, and 39 chose sheep rearing. So you can see that of these methods, the highest was poultry, followed by sheep, and then pig, pork. Now, household would get pig stalls, sheep pens, and then hen coops. They also get a supply of breeders, feed, and veterinary drugs for one production cycle, and veterinary services. Also, they would benefit from specific training, mentoring, and coaching. Now, aquaculture was chosen by 62 households under the LRP program. Now, they would benefit this by the setup and management of fish ponds to be harvested and sold to generate revenue. Now, catfish has been identified as the most appropriate choice for the ponds to start with. The fish is well adapted in the area and has a higher survival rate than tilapia. It also enjoys strong demand on local markets. Now, the LRP is providing construction of concrete ponds for catfish production and supply of fingerlings and feed for one production cycle, as well as training, mentoring, and coaching. Continuous cropping was chosen by 18 households. Activities include greenhouse for vegetable production, maize production, mixed farming options, and etc. Households really get land preparation services, agricultural inputs. These include seeds, fertilizers, agrochemicals, agricultural equipment, maize threshers, all of those stuff. And they also get training, mentoring, and coaching. Now, already demonstration farms for aquaculture and livestock keeping have been constructed and equipped with fish, livestock, and tools, and training activities have been completed. Construction of fish ponds for household that chose aquaculture was ongoing. Now, the value addition activities were chosen by 66 households. Activities include fish processing, cassava processing, cold store storage, soup making. There was bakery, feed mill was also chosen, food, maize processing. Some vocational and technical activities were chosen by 60 households. Activities include auto mechanic, clothing accessories making, hairdressing, welding, carpentry, masonry, shoemaking, vulcanizing, and services for a fee, including training. Now, the construction of the feed mill, the maize processing facility and soap making facility have started. Vocation and technical training activities are taking place in a local professional school that has been equipped for the purpose. Once the training is completed, the equipment would be formally handed over to the school. Distribution of starter packs, namely direct investment in the various economic options chosen by project affected people, has started for those who chose cold storage, carpentry, and masonry. Now, all households are also getting training in entrepreneurship, record keeping, and financial management. It includes also business planning, regulatory compliance, negotiation skills, child labor and welfare, contract management, and marketing, so as to equip them, with appropriate entrepreneurial aptitude and managerial skills to implement their livelihood choices as business entities. To ensure local content in the process, the LRP team in Sanzuli compiled a list of local artisans and suppliers with capacity to provide goods and services. Furthermore, transitional support food aid, a basket of food comprising rice, oil, gari, beans, sugar, salt, and maize, were distributed monthly to the whole Sanzuli community. And the community comprises, I think, a maximum of 117 households. When that record was made between April 2016 and January 2017, and it would continue with 205 affected household units until they restore their earning capacity. Finally, all households that received cash compensation received a financial management training to get the necessary tools and skills to manage their cash, as well as any proceeds, income, and benefits that would be realized from the LRP activities. Now, the LRP was developed in compliance with International Finance Corporation standards, and activities are constantly monitored by the World Bank and the IFC. We do hope this does bring a boost in the production area of the economy, and also continues to give people employment and help better the lives of Ghanaians. Thank you for listening. Ghana News Base.